Unfamiliar as of now, are we going to live with three firms? I must reside briefly. I mean, on the off chance that it ultimately depended on my better half. We'd have like seven, so yet, it's that is who I cherished. And that is who I make sure to get that individual, the affection life of rapper Kanye West, has forever been a subject of extreme media investigation, following his high-profile separate from unscripted television star Kim Kardashian. The spotlight is currently on his relationship with his new spouse Bianca Sensori, and the insight about their approaching child, while fans and pundits the same are anxious to see Kanye set out on another section in his life. Concerns have been raised over what this new improvement could mean for his relationship with Kim and their four youngsters. Kanye West's relationship with Bianca Sensori, a style business visionary, started after his separation from Kim Kardashian. The couple's hurricane sentiment caught the media's consideration, and the new declaration about expecting a kid has just strengthened the focus on their lives since their split. Kim and Kanye have kept a co-nurturing relationship, mutually focusing on their four youngsters anyway. The fresh insight about Kanye's new wife Bianca being pregnant has purportedly mixed feelings in Kim. As per sources, Kim apparently communicated her interests to Dear Companions, expecting that Kanye's center could move away from their youngsters because of the appearance of his new child with Bianca. It is normal for guardians to stress over what another option to the family might mean for existing connections. And Kim Kardashian is no exemption. The feeling of dread toward her youngsters feeling disregarded or eclipsed by the new child has left Kim feeling profound and worried. Other than we realize that Kim Kardashian despises Bianca for various reasons, and tales have surfaced recommending that Kim could hold some serious disdain towards her. And in the midst of a surprising development, the spotlight in the media has now moved to the cheerful couple Kanye and Bianca, leaving Kim Kardashian feeling fairly barred then again since Kanye and Bianca's marriage and the ensuing insight about their pregnancy. The Kardashians have turned into the objective of fast savages. Kendra Capalbo, an authorized couple specialist, dug into Kim's viewpoints and feelings concerning Kanye's changed way of behaving later, evidently wedding Bianca. Capalbo clarified that it's extreme for Kim for witness Bianca getting the steady and further developed rendition of Kanye that she had once longed for to stoke the fire. Kanye himself has shouted out, proposing that Kim may be a piece desirous of the affection and consideration he showers on Bianca. The Kardashian West adventure has transformed into a profound thrill ride, and the dramatization doesn't give off an impression of being dying down at any point in the near future. As of late, Bianca and Kanye were spotted carrying on with their best resides in Tokyo anyway. Extremely observant fans saw a piece of information that ignited hypothesis about a potential huge mystery. It was Bianca's decision of outfit, and what had all the earmarks of being a curvier figure that prompted bits of gossip about a potential pregnancy. Strangely, this wouldn't be a finished surprise to fans, given that Kanye held on to recently communicated his craving for an enormous family in any event, referencing having 7 children in a meeting with Diversion this evening. Kim herself affirmed Khan's wish for a major family, playfully contemplating whether they would wind up with 7 kids. She recognized that her better half's craving for a sizable family is huge, yet she isn't altogether sure about having that many messes with herself. In the meantime, a few conversations on Reddit proposed that Kanye could have kids with another lady, separated from those he has with Kim. The circumstance adds further interest to the continuous hypotheses about Bianca's conceivable pregnancy. Anyway, reality stays dubious, and fans are enthusiastically anticipating an authority affirmation or refusal from the actual couple. Fans had their portion of delicious speculations and responses to the circumstance. Some hypothesize that assuming Bianca is without a doubt pregnant, it could profoundly steam Kim, potentially setting off an emotional meltdown for her others, guided out the family's propensity toward partake in the consideration from their child daddy's interests. yet loathe it. When kids are brought into the world external, their painstakingly created storylines, one captivating hypothesis proposed that Kim probably won't have been annoyed by Kanye's past indulgences for however long they weren't Bianca. Now that Kanye and Bianca are together, Kim may be wrestling with the effect of her past sentiments and fears, contemplating whether Kanye had consistently had a keen interest in Bianca. This envy theory of Kim's feelings was upheld by couple specialist Kendra Capalbo, who guaranteed that she had heard from individuals near Kanye expressing that Bianca is ideal for him on the off chance that Kim has any traces of a rescuer complex, which appears to be conceivable given her previous remarks about being Kanye's cleanup group. All through their relationship, it very well may be hard for her to observe another person, apparently improving as a counterpart for him. Curiously, insiders uncover that Kim has been dubious of Bianca for quite a while, conceivably because of finding her appealing. Obviously, Kim has a background marked disliking pretty young ladies, and this could have added to her dissatisfaction with regards to Bianca, even before the insight about their mystery wedding arose. In spite of the complexities of the circumstance, Kim had proactively detected an association among Kanye and Bianca, adding greater intricacy to the advancing account. In 2020, Kim previously had some inclinations about Kanye's affections for Bianca, and it turned out she was right as their relationship advanced, finishing in a title-making wedding. Kim couldn't conceal her feelings on Instagram. She posted obscure statements communicating her sentiments, demonstrating that she was going through a tranquil and testing stage, dissimilar to anything seen before. Plainly, Kim was nevertheless as profoundly wounded by the circumstance, as she hadn't openly censured any of Kanye's exes like this in the past. During their excursion to Tokyo, Bianca invested quality energy with North, while Kanye associated with fans. This might have been a wellspring of Kim's resentment, as fans estimated that she was enraged in the wake of seeing photographs of Bianca clasping hands with North. Inquiries emerged about whether this was the sort of protective job Kim had imagined for her girl. Curiously, a few fans lauded Bianca for her certifiable consideration and contrasted her well with Kim's treatment of North. The occurrence outside the Met function, where Kim supposedly left North on the asphalt, additionally powered the analysis and added to the generally mind-boggling feelings encompassing the circumstance. A few people recommended that Kanye ought to have full guardianship of their kid North, featuring Bianca's all the more nurturing conduct, which earned reverence and further disappointment for Kim. The episode that energized this feeling happened during Kanye's private birthday festivity in Los Angeles Northwest. Wearing all dark clothing, clasped hands with stepmom Bianca. As they went to the festival, the list of people to attend included Chloe Bailey and Ty Dolla $ign. Yet prominently missing were any appearances from the Kardashian family. At first, Kim had asserted that their marriage was phony, yet Bianca later affirmed it in a TikTok video. Bianca smoothly turned down a man who was playing with her, referencing her marriage, which left her unfit to nonchalantly trade contact data with him. The video acquired ubiquity and assisted fans, with warm increasing to Bianca much more in a new episode of The Kardashians. It's inferred that Kim has created gloomy sentiments towards Bianca, regardless of Kanye not effectively attempting to win her back. Kim becomes close to home about him. Continuing on, theory emerges among fans that Kim battles to acknowledge the possibility of Kanye finding satisfaction with another person in the class. Kim separates, communicating her disappointment with remarks, including Kanye mournfully. She ponders how Kanye has transformed from the individual she once adored, thinking back about the man she recollects sincerely. She concedes that she would successfully have that individual back in her life. Past episodes have revealed insight into Kim, talking about the provokes she looked because of Kanye's capricious way of behaving, which made it challenging for her to continue on. Likewise, the conversation of Bianca's pregnancy ignited remarks from fans about how furious Kim would be in such a situation. Individuals imparted their insights, proposing that Kim would be furious if Bianca somehow happened to become pregnant. While it's muddled assuming Kanye wants more youngsters fans, except that Kim would be staggeringly vexed if that somehow managed to occur, regardless of Kanye giving huge kid backing. And cause his ex keeps on voicing her complaints, the circumstance stays complex and genuinely charged, adding to the continuous show encompassing Kim, Kanye, and Bianca. There is impressive discussion among many individuals in regards to the man's inclusion in his kids' lives after the separation. Some contend that he ought to be let be, particularly since he has all the earmarks of being effectively drawn in and dependable. As a dad, then again, the ex started the separation, persuading some to think that she ought to see the value in the man's endeavors to be a really focusing guardian, as on Kanye and Bianca. Their relationship is allegedly prospering. Kanye feels like he has at last found somebody who genuinely comprehends and adores him for what his identity is. Bianca's faithful help and joint effort on projects have caused him to feel